All right, I'm back. Welcome back, you. Thanks for joining. Today we're going to go over sharpening serrated edges. So I have here one of my oldest knives. It's over 20 years old now. Got it when I was in the Marines. It was issued to me. I've got the sheath out in the garage, but it's a Benchmade, and I've had it, this whole time, and I've never sharpened the serrated portion of the knife. So we're going to do that today because I have exactly what you need. So one thing to point out about serrated edges is if you look at the backside, is flat, or it should be flat if they're not bent, if the teeth are not bent backwards. So depending on how bad the serrations are on your knife, if you are looking down the blade and you have anything bent backwards, you're going to need to flatten this back piece here. You're going to need to flatten that out. Okay, that's step one of sharpening. Mine are not bent at all. I do not need to touch the back up at all. So, but then what you need is a taper file. So these, I've got 3 of them. These are made by DMT. Again, no affiliation with DMT. Bought these with my own money. And then I wrote the, because I can't remember the color scheme that they have. But the blue is coarse, a 325 grit. The red is fine, and then the green is extra fine. So, but what you want to do is open these up, and then you want to match the angle. So match the angle and put the taper in the groove, okay? And then you want to push forward and forward only until you get to the diameter that fills up that tooth, okay? And you want to push forward, pull it out, and then just keep doing that at that same angle. So basically this is just resting in there, and you want it to cover the entire unfinished edge here at that angle. Okay, so you want to run that through multiple times. Depends how beat up your serrations are. Okay, but what this is doing is polishing or wearing away any of the staggered bits that are bent, and wearing that away. And it's putting a new high point. It's freshening up new metal at the teeth, at the points here. So there's a tooth there, a tooth there, a tooth there. So for these real little ones, that's why you need one of these files or one of these tapered. This is diamond. So these are diamond rods, and you want to just keep doing this through each of the valleys. And this will keep your serrations nice and sharp. Obviously, you don't have to do it that often if you don't use or abuse the serrated part of the knife that often. But nowadays, there's certain knives that have the entire blade serrated. So this is a good technique to know, because there are serrated edges on bread knives in the kitchen, and being able to touch up your own tools is quite a skill. So this again is the coarse one. You want to go through with the coarse, and then the fine, and then the extra fine. And again, if you have any bending over of the teeth towards the back side, you need to flatten the back side first. And I'm not pulling this back, because if I start pulling back on this, now I'm going to start pulling material towards the back end of the knife. So I'm going to eventually create a burr here on each one of these valleys in between the teeth here. And what I want to do with that is then find a flat, like a diamond plate, or maybe even a strop. A strop will work. And have that burr removed. Okay, so I'm going to go through this knife with each of the rods. I won't repeat all the rods on this video. I just wanted to demonstrate and show you how you can sharpen your own serrated blades. You just got to have the right equipment, the right tools. And these aren't the cheapest. I want to say they're about $30 per rod. I should turn the rod over so I don't wear the entire one side out. But you can get these on Amazon. And really, you don't need all three. I bought them as a 3-pack, as a kit. So and see how this last serration is a different shape. So I'm going to start on the inside, or on the top, and work to the bottom, because the handle on the two handles are bumping into each other when it gets to that full width. So not hard. It's a little tedious, but worth it in the end. Then you can go and touch up your beveled edge and you've got your knife back to full strength, full sharpness, ready for the next project to tackle. All right. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like this, leave a comment, please. I enjoy learning from your comments, and I will write back to every single comment. So thank you so much. Damn for all out.